Hello, everybody. How's it going? We are streaming at an unusual time today because it was just made more sense for me. So I'm sorry to do this to you all and go a little earlier than we were planning. Oh, how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Let me get my banner up. Yours truly is tired. Really, really tired. How was your weekend, everybody? I'm trying to get my banner up. My banner's up. You're good? You had a good weekend, sweetie? I'm glad. Margie and Jasper, Snow Feathers, welcome in. You're welcome. We have an interesting one today. I shouldn't say tonight because it's today. Hello in, Jasper from Georgia. Thank you for doing the YouTube things, Margie. Hang on a second, y'all. Trying to get my screen arranged a little bit better for the cards. Sorry. Okay, so we're going to get into a few. I want to talk about a few. Let me just pull up my notes. Pull up my notes. We're going to talk about a few things first, announcements, maybe a few people, more people will come in. There's 25 of you. Again, we're early today. I apologize. As we gain more subscribers here, I try to follow because I'm a new channel and those things actually matter. And I've noticed when I followed them, they follow YouTube, which is why I followed YouTube on the price. Because I noticed that it actually matters what time I go live as to the amount of people that join on. And YouTube tells you based on your followers, your subscribers, who will like what the peak times are. And so today it starts a little earlier, which is weird because it used to be later. But as we get new subscribers to the channel, welcome everybody in that's new. The times are going to change. Welcome new member. I see a new member in there, in here rather. Welcome in, Pugs and Snitches. Welcome in, Sweetie Pie. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Can you even hear the music? It's so weird, this YouTube thing. It mutes when you add a video. Welcome in. So there's so many things they need to change. Anyway, that's just me as a coach complaining. Someone just drove by, smashed our mailbox. Read the cards on the for us. That would be a long time trying to figure out that person's name. I'm sorry they did that to you, though. Okay, y'all. Here's truly super tired. Super tired. So let's see how the cards go today. But first, I want to announce, hit the thumbs up. Yes, please. 31 of you here. Okay, so I just want to announce a few things first. Kelly Snyder, I think it's still fine. We were emailing back and forth earlier today, he and I. He's got a business meeting before our live, which he is scheduled to attend. He's Mountain Time, but at 4 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. I'm looking forward to this a lot. However, I need you to know, God almighty, you know what happened to me? Why I'm late? Seriously, you want to have a good laugh? You want to laugh your asses off? Sorry, YouTube. Yours truly went to prepare my drink just before the live, which is why I was a couple of minutes late. And I went to bite off the Crystal Light and literally shot the powder up my nose. I'm like, wow, that cleaned my nostrils out, but it hurts. Oh, hello to all the mods. Stella, no worries. No worries. I'm earlier today. And again, you're going to have to just go with the flow with me because I'm trying to follow YouTube's suggestions as the channel grows. which is why I suggest you click on the notifications. You know, 50% of you still who watch me are unsubscribed. I don't understand that. It's free. All you have to do is click on the button. But so anyways, regarding Kelly, I see all your questions. He does not have time to follow the Sebastian Rogers case. Okay. Kelly has an enormous life. He is extremely busy. He's working on cases for us. He was in, and I don't even know because I haven't talked to him on the phone. The last time I called him was in a panic when I was living with my dad. I emailed him and he got on the phone because of what he does in pedophilia. I swear to God, I was where I lived with my dad in this old farmhouse, built in the 1800s. Every time I'd sit on the floor, I sit on the floor a lot because I sit on the floor with my grandkids, with the dogs. I had 2 dogs at the time. And I just like the floor because I'm grounded. And when I meditate, anyways, every time I'd sit on the floor in the kitchen of this old farmhouse and in the dining room, and like this, it was divided into 2 pieces with a big old staircase up the middle. I could feel the ground shaking, and I could feel like a train track underneath. And I was getting visions of, visions of military transporting, trafficking children involving the military, etc. So I was panicked. I'm like, Kelly, what do I do with this? He's like, stay out of it. But yes, there are, for those of you that don't know, truly, it has come out since then, underground railroads that were used for the military, that are still in use, trafficking children. So I start researching, and sure enough, back in when the slaves were running to Canada to escape slavery, this railroad, I literally pinpointed an old map. And yes, this house that was built in the 1800s, a stone house, it was directly on top of one of those old railroads. So pretty likely what I was actually seeing and tapping into. But all that to say, I have not talked to Kelly over the phone, personally, or on Zoom since then. Since that, which was probably 2.5, 3 years ago. So other than through email, I have not talked to him. But at the time, okay, before COVID, there's a movie around the Find Me group that was done with Mel Gibson in it many years ago. He was in a TV show in Japan. Okay. He's running the Find Me group. He's busy. He does not have the time to follow the Sebastian Rogers case. So all the questions you're asking me around his suspicions and all that stuff, we're not going to be asking him because I am not going to ask him to try to get caught up to date. There's just no way. What I want to ask him are general questions about what you look for with missing children. Who are your top suspects? What kind of behavior is suspicious behavior? Does it do inconsistencies in the facts? Have you ever seen a parent, chase somebody off who's looking for your child, or not want billboards up, or what, the law and the process? And the chances are there chances that the sheriff's office is corrupt in Sumner County? And can I share with you, because he also helped me with my dad's case. He was the one, while he is an ex-law enforcement of 25 plus years, federal agent, who said it's all not always just corruption, although it can be. It's lack of training and everything else, that your sheriffs in the US are elected, right? We don't have, he had to share that with me because I'm Canadian. We don't have that in Canada. Okay, I'm not saying we don't have corruption. However, we don't have, the sheriffs are not, and the police sergeants are not elected into office. They're hired and fired and promoted. So it's a very different system. So while a lot of people have come after me in the past for saying there might be some, in my opinion, potential corruption, hiding, mishandling of information. Having a very hard time getting my banners to pop up, which is so bizarre. So all opinions are alleged, because I'm sure I mean, I have it up every screen, and I don't know, everything else is working in StreamYard but the banners. So everything I say today is in my opinion and allegedly, including everything that is in the chat. Now be extra careful today, because we are going to have something sensitive, very sensitive, we're going to talk about. And I also want to make sure that you put IMO as anything you say in your opinions, because for some reason StreamYard is not letting me bring my banner up today. My disclosure banner. I'm still trying. It's just spinning while I'm talking. So anyways, it's he that educated me on the fact that, yes, regrettably, there are some corrupt sheriffs around in the US. Not saying anything about anybody. It's just saying that's his opinion. And there's a lack of training, a lack of experience, and that comes from a 25-year veteran as a federal agent. Okay, so and his 20 plus years with the FIME group. So I'm still trying to get this banner up. So bizarre, StreamYard. Very interesting. Okay, so now that I've got that off the top, your questions for Kelly need to be more. And what I'll do is I'm going to email him probably today or tomorrow. I told him I'd send him the StreamYard link, because I've already posted this on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, just waiting to confirm with him, because he has a business meeting before. That's enough time for his business meeting. So if he shows up a little later into the live, then that might be the case. But the questions we want to ask him are not specifics, because he won't have seen the video. He just doesn't have time. What he knows about the SebastianRogers case was, hey, Kelly, I'm working on it on my YouTube channel. The grandmother of the bio dad has reached out to me. Can you take on the SebastianRogers case? Will you take it on? If you hear it from one of the parents, and do they need to be off the suspect list? Yes, get the parent to email me, and no, they do not have to be off the suspect list. Okay, so that's about the extent he has knowledge of SebastianRogers, really and truly, unless he's done more deep diving, which I really doubt. I doubt it. Your questions are going to have to be more generic, more specific, like not as specific. I'm still trying to pull up these banners. So bizarre. I've never had this happen before. Anyway, so do the YouTube things. And I want to also say, for those that have been emailing me, I love all of you. I am so grateful to all of you, and thank you for being here. I cannot respond to all the emails. I do my best to at least read all the comments, and I like all the comments except for the dumb ones. And if you come at me, I'm going to just block you. And however, as I was just talking about with the Find Me group, Seth knows of me. He's chosen to ignore me for, well over a year now. So while I love those of you that are trying to reach out to him to get a hold of me, he would have, had he wanted to, a long time ago. And the last thing I would like is to him feel badgered by me under the guise that he may think that I'm asking you guys to reach out to him. So as much as I love those of you that have done that, please don't do that anymore. Please don't do that anymore. Okay? He's got enough on his plate. If he wants to work with me or reach out, he would have. He chose not to. I'm okay with that. In fact, that was one of the reasons when I unleashed last week and had my fury moment 2 days in a row. That was part of it, is understanding that, hey, I get to work with the Find Me group, with police agencies who come to us because they know what we do and they believe in our ability. And some of them have come over and over and over again, which you'll hear from Kelly. It's Seth's prerogative. I can't change what he doesn't want to do or why. And for me to keep clinging to hope, it's kind of why I had my meltdown. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I had to shift my why for doing this channel. And that's what I said on those lives when I was crying. If my why is simply to bring awareness to the fact that, like, Sebastian had a different brain, the live that the only strike YouTube ever gave me was showing another YouTube video, go figure, in a video where scientists were scanning the brains of Teresa Caputo and what's the other guy? I can't remember right now his name. I'm so sorry. Tyler, the medium, and their brains scanned differently. These are brain scientists, doctors, and their brains scan differently. So all I'm trying to say is the best I could maybe do is, instead of being treated like I'm a witch and a demon, is maybe raise awareness. Tyler Henry, thank you, Margie. Raise awareness that maybe people should be a little bit more open, that we really only ever use any person to 10% of the brain. We don't know enough about the brain. Just like Sebastian's brain worked differently, so perhaps does mine and other psychic mediums. And if that's all I can do with this channel, instead of raising myself to a level of absurdity that I'm going to help get police to see what we do outside of the Find Me group, I don't think it's going to happen. That's why Kelly Snyder in the Find Me group is so critical, because he is a law enforcement, worked as a federal agent for 25 years, has done incredible things. And there's something, I don't know if he is willing to talk about some of that, because a lot of it is super hot, top secret. And so I may or may not be able to get him. He may or may not be willing to go into. That'll be one question I'll send him when I send him the link. Can we discuss? So if you knew some of that, you may or may not, after Thursday, you'd be blown away. Okay. So people are like, cops don't believe. Not all cops, not all police agencies, not all states, not all government agencies believe I'm a woo-woo. They just don't talk about it. So I'll leave it there. And also, I know, Abby, I'm not criticizing Seth. I don't know why everybody comes at me. Like, I'm not, I don't know where you jumped to that leap. I don't know. Like, I don't say, it didn't say anything negative about Seth in that comment. So y'all, this is a pet peeve of mine. I love you all, but why do you come at me with things that are relevant to what I just said sometimes? Or if you don't watch the full video, I'm telling you, I'm in a feisty mood again. Just warning you, we're going to pull cards. But if you don't watch the whole video, don't comment, because you don't know that I didn't say what you just criticized me of. Or if you only listen to parts of it, don't come at me. The other thing, I've been getting 100 emails from somebody that keeps sending me every YouTube channel ever made on Sebastian. I love you, but please stop. I sent you an email back. Please stop. I work differently than the true crime traditional channels. I don't want to watch, nor do I have time to watch every single Sebastian video known to man. That would take me months full time. Yes. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, Truth Seeker. So I'm not trying to be a bitch right now, but a lot of you are new and you don't know how I work. Okay. So we're going to educate you. Don't bombard me with 1,000 videos, please. I don't watch them. I don't want, and I most definitely don't want to get into the trauma. Okay. We're going to talk about a video today that another creator that I do like, who happens to, I keep saying, flying by my screen. I let my intuition guide me over what I want to watch. Okay. I have also some mods, and I one in particular that I talk to, and she's in all of it. If there's something that I have missed and I need to know, Laura, I'm going to call you out, because I don't know. Are you on the live here? Because I literally am talking about not bombarding me as I get an email. So please let me figure out what's important. I can search YouTube just like you can. Okay. I don't want to follow the case in the traditional way. That's not what we do. In fact, Kelly will tell you on Thursday, You know what we get for a case? We get two sentences. We get name, date of birth, time, if we know the time of birth, because we have forensic astrologers, place of birth, okay? So-and-so police and family would like to know the disappearance of last seen, date, time, and location with coordinates. That's it. And a picture. That's all we get. That's it. That's all. And we are asked to submit as much as we can. Dead or alive, suspects, access vehicle, what they look like, tattoos, where are they, coordinates, how many people, weight, height, Caucasian, Hispanic, whatever, circumstances around the case. Okay. So I already know way more in this case than I do on any other case I work on. Okay. And so I'm trying to keep it in an integrity and not let my ego get too far ahead and pull in things that don't matter. So I'm letting my intuition guide me. And lately, it's been through true crime buzz. Okay. So, well, again, I love you all. This is not a lecture. I just want you to understand how I work if you're new here and why I don't have time, nor do I want to have time, because I'm creating a deck. I'm moving. I got stuff going on outside of this. I don't have time to be full-time watching videos. That's not what I do. Okay. So enough of that. So what we are going to watch, though, is, did you all see this? And thank you for everybody that's here. Say hi to the mods. Do all the YouTube-y things. Also says you allow your own intelligence. Yes, I don't want it to be doubtful. Like somebody was like coming at me when I did the who will win the next election, because my dad knows Pierre and I let my dad, who has dementia, speak. It's like, okay, you know, I probably am slightly biased because I know Pierre, but the cards, I can't, I'm not a magic trick. This is not a magic trick. It's magical, it's mysterious, and it involves a higher power, but I don't blow in the cards and tell the cards which card to flip. That is spirit working through me. The cards come out the way they come out. I cannot control the cards. How I interpret them is another story. But if you followed me for a while, what you'll understand that I think I do, one of my superpowers, and you can tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, is I have a knack for pulling out the card that speaks the answer very quickly. It's not uncommon for the cards that come out to be a one-word answer. In other words, death or, you know, murder or whatever. That's the relationship I have with the cards. So those are pretty hard to misunderstand. And yes, you do. Thank you. So that's the relationship with the cards that's taken a long time through years of practicing tarot. That's the channel that you need to be clear on. And I cannot watch hours of true crime. My physical body cannot take it, literally. Okay, so I cannot go on and on and on an hour and on for hours watching these cases. I just can't. And the more spiritual, for any of you that are in the membership, it's $1.99 a month. Thank you for all the new members. And if you signed up at $4.99, YouTube's going to credit you. We're learning tarot introductory, and then we'll do lives. And I've got a 30-day develop your intuition and psychic abilities, because you do have to work at it. And as I get better and as I clear out more of my trauma, as I eat better, I can't drink anymore. I get sick when I drink. Like there's just I can't eat poopy foods anymore. I've been non-milk, lactose-free, celiac, wheat-free for 15, 20 years now. But it gets worse. Like I can't drink coffee really that much anymore. As I elevate and raise my vibration, I can tolerate less and less and less. My body is just not capable. And I cannot physically watch hours of this without being completely depleted. So enough said. So let's watch. What I want to do today is we're going to do a new case. We're going to do the Ladybird case. And I know a follower here asked for that case because she's from Austin, Texas. And I saw this being presented, got to be about a year ago, maybe almost now, on News Nation. Who's that detective? Not Coffindoffer, but the other one. I think they kind of had a battle at one point. They're never on together anymore. The blonde one, neither one of them are really on News Nation lately. Anyways, she was saying, and she brought this up quite a while ago, that she thinks that there is a serial killer in Austin, Texas, in Lady Bird Lake. That's going to be our case of the day. I'm going to read to you that case. We're going to see what the cards say, because the police have yet to prove 13 bodies found washing up upon the shore in Austin, Texas on Lady Bird Lake. And they have yet to prove whether or not this is a serial case, serial killer, or they're completely unrelated, as they're claiming. Look what they said about Gilgo Beach, too. Look what they said. Was it on Banfield? You know what? It might have even been Jesse Weber, law and crime. Is it law and crime? I can't remember. I really can't remember. But anyways, yeah. So yes, so she mentioned it, and she thinks also that this person could be the driver of an 18-wheeler, that there's another state involved, because she's been following it. If I could find it, I would pull it up. I got goosebumps as I'm ready to say that. So, okay, I got goosebumps as I said that. So let's see what the cards say, because they don't make any reference to the other state. But she thinks this person's a truck driver because she's been following Austin out more, I think, northeast. I'm not 100% sure where the other state is. And when there's crimes happening in this state, there's nothing happening at Lady Bird, or no bodies washing up. And they switch. It's almost like they're spending time here committing, unalivings, allegedly, potentially, and then they're going to travel here and doing there and back and forth. And that's the pattern she's been noticing. But there's been no mention of that. So I'm just going to read to you the article. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to get into Sebastian Rogers. Before we get into the interview 2, 3, 4, and 5, because they're short today, I want to talk about Crime Time with Buzz. Did you all hear? Okay, you're going to want to stick around for this, because we're going to be about 15 minutes on Lady Bird at most. Did you all hear the video that has been released of allegedly KP, where Barbecue Lady recorded her, allegedly? If you all heard of that, put a 1 in the chat if you heard of that, because we're going to listen to that, and then we're going to pull cards if whether or not that video truly exists. Because if it truly exists, that ain't good for KP. That ain't good for KP. Okay? So a while ago. Okay. So I don't know how long ago. Apparently, Barbecue Lady and Tammy, was the lady that was her mod or something? Is that the fight we heard about a year ago? Has since released it. So let's find out if it's real according to the cards. I heard about it, but not heard the actual audio. Well, Catherine, we haven't heard the actual audio either, which is exactly why, okay, I heard it last week when Crime Time Buzz came out with it. I chose not to discuss it because I don't want to get into rumor mill, right? Don't want to get into spreading rumors. I don't want to be irresponsible. And then I saw Bullhorn talking about it, I think yesterday. So I thought, okay, Bullhorn's part of the green team. If she's talking about it, I think it's probably okay to talk about it. So that's why we're talking about it today. I need to hear the video, KP. Yes, Margie, I agree. So right now we're just going to see if it's true or not. Who knows with this case? Who knows? But let's pull up this Austin. Let's pull up this first, this Lady Bird. Whoops. So yeah, when you guys want to create more questions for me for Kelly, try to think of it from that perspective. Hopefully you will all be on for that on Thursday. Okay. So this was March 27th, 2025. 2025. Authorities Okay, Laura, I don't know if you're still in the live, but I just got another email notification on, maybe we'll see if that's, I'll look at that one. Thank you. Authorities recover another dead body from Ladybird Lake. APD says no foul play suspected. The story was updated to correct a misspelling typo. The body of a white female was recovered Thursday morning from Ladybird Lake, authorities said. The body was found in the water near 90 block of Congress Avenue, according to Austin Police Department. The department said in a social media post that it is investigating the death but does not suspect foul play. No apparent traumatic injuries were found on the body, Police Corporal Jose Mendez later said at a media briefing. Austin Emergency Services received a call at 8:20 a.m. regarding the body. The Austin Fire Department arrived at the scene at about 8:40 a.m. The individual was pronounced dead at approximately 9:08 p.m., according to police. In posts on social media, the police department announced that the trail between Brazos Street and the west side of Congress Avenue Bridge is closed, and the fire department said to avoid the area between 89 and 99 Congress Avenue. Authorities have recovered at least a dozen. Sorry, not 13, a dozen. I thought 13. Why did I say 13? Let's see. Authorities have recovered at least a dozen bodies from Ladybird Lake in recent years, sparking rumors of a serial killer. But so far, authorities have said the deaths do not appear to be connected. The police are currently looking for potential witnesses or surveillance that might aid in their investigation. So let's see. Let's see. Is this a serial killer case? Because again, for how many years did the Gilgo Beach guy not get brought in, right? Rex Huberman. And I want to know, I used to spend a lot of time in Austin, Texas. That is where the headquarters is when I used to be a coach. Well, the article was in March and they said 12. So I used to head office for Keller Williams International is there. And I was a coach with Keller Williams International and a trainer with them, actually trained trainers. So I used to be there a lot. And so I love Austin. Okay. So let's see. Let's get what the cards say. What is going on in Austin, Texas on Ladybird Lake, please, Spirit? Not to the benefit of my ego. Let's put the cards down. I know you like to see the cards down. Oh, gosh. Hang on. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to plug my laptop in. You know, yours truly. Organization. Organization. Come on, Leanne. Let's get it together. Got a lot of stuff going on here right now in life. Okay. Too busy for my own good. Okay. Move this away. Let's move this away. Okay. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say about what's going on at Ladybird Lake. What's going on at Ladybird Lake? Four Cups in reverse. Is there a serial killer on Ladybird Lake? Serial killer on Ladybird Lake. One of Pentacles in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Wands in reverse. Is there a serial killer on Ladybird Lake? Beyond, okay, let's just pull out some of these. For everybody that's putting the questions in, Sebastian, I'm going to be pulling out questions later, so you have to stick around for that. And if you put them out there now, I'm not going to go back. This is going to be another, this will be another, okay, so this came out. This will be another rule, per Leanne, please, per MMO. I'm not going to go through the chats and take all the time up trying to find the last questions when you were asking when I wasn't ready to take them. So when I'm ready, you can post your questions and I'll take the ones that are at the bottom of the screen. It's too distracting. It's just not great for people watching in replay. So, okay, so we've got confession, make a deal. So expanding outside the world. So somebody is either hiding their, because the Four of Cups upright is like, you're bored, you're discontent, you're not necessarily, or you're ignoring an opportunity or an offer. So somebody is, that we're not aware of, is not maybe seeing things clearly. I'm not sure. They're not finding any new directions or evidence in this case, but something's going to change. Something's going to change because the Wheel of Fortune's upright. Something is going to change with respect to this case regarding a young knight. There's some sort of expansion that's going to take place in this case because that's the world. So there's going to be an end to something and a new beginning to something else. I don't know what that is. We're going to get clarifiers with some confession being made. Let's get some more, please. What's going on at Lady Bird Lake in Austin, Texas? Spirit, not to the benefit of my ego. What's going on at Lady Bird Lake? Celebrity. Celebrity. Going to get a lot of attention. It's going to get a lot of attention. Dismemberment. Okay. So if it's not happened yet, here's what I get. This is what's coming up. This person wants to be seen. You know, this is what I'm getting, which is really interesting because I've never gotten this before in a reading on a case, but you know how some people do it for the fame and they want to get caught? Like they want themselves to be stopped. I feel like that's what's going to happen here. I feel like this person wants to be stopped, wants to be famous, wants to be in the news, and potentially they'll start dismembering body parts. This is what I'm getting, to get the media attention, because whoever is not seeing and connecting the dots, that will expand the case. That will expand the case. That's going to change the trajectory of the case, where there is right now no new start. That's going to change. And then they're going to make a confession. Let's just get verifiers. I'm going to get clarifiers. But so far, that's what I'm seeing. Let's get some clarifiers. What's going on at Lady Bird Lake? Let's get some totally different cards here. See if we get the same thing. And then we're going to get into that video. Do all the YouTube things, please. What's going on at Lady Bird Lake? What is going on at Lady Bird Lake? Too many cards. Half the deck fell out. What is going on at Lady Bird Lake? But this one was the top one. Let's go. Justice. What's going on at Lady Bird Lake? What is going on at Lady Bird Lake? This is either hidden or delayed. Wheel of Fortune, the same card. Right now, it's not changing direction yet, but it will. What is going on at Lady Bird Lake? Okay, we got 3 that flopped out. Unstable family. Somebody's going to be working on it. They're going to start working on it again, and they are going to be victorious. Okay, so let's get some out of this deck, and then I'm going to call it. But I think right now, I would say, okay, so what's corruption? That one kind of fell out, but we're going to use it. Hang on. What is going on at Lady Bird Lake? Marriage, wedding, ceremony. Something about a wedding and a ceremony. Wow. The Hang. Unhappy family. Unhappy family. Marriage, corruption. Something different here. Some sort of a... This is like, I think this is going to timing. Somebody that's upset with a spouse, a partner, a female. I don't know if they're all females. I don't think they are. What is going on with this? Let's get some more. What's going on in Lady Bird Lake? Is this serial killer? Yes or no, Spirit, not to the benefit of my ego. Is this runaway escape? Someone, okay. Runaway escape. Somebody that tried to run away and was not successful. is going to leave evidence. There's going to be evidence. There's going to be new evidence. I don't know. Does anybody get married on that lake? Like, is there a wedding ceremony? But this is in reverse. Something hidden or delayed. An upcoming event on the lake. A family event. I'm going to pull out my pendulum. Is there an upcoming family event? Have all been men? No, because the article I just read said white female. The article I just read said white female. Is Ladybird Lake, is this accurate? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Will there be a wedding ceremony take place at the lake when some body washes up? Yes or no, or body part? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is this accurate? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is my name Bob? Is this going to be during a wedding ceremony where a body comes up, floats up, or a body part at the side of the lake? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Yes. Is my name Bob? No. Okay. Well, let's see. But I think there is. I think there is some sort of a serial killer going on, and they just haven't connected the pieces. And this person, if the cards are accurate, wants to be seen and heard. So they'll start dismembering body parts instead of full bodies coming up. That'll catch the attention, and that'll be a clear indicator, won't it? Because people don't chop themselves up before they jump into a lake. They just don't. Okay. In case anybody was wondering. In case y'all weren't certain. Okay. Now let's pull this up. We're going to pull this up. Where's the damn... There we go. Hang on. Gonna switch. We're gonna switch. God almighty. I wish it wasn't so clunky. Okay. Let's listen in. We're gonna listen in. So let me give you the backstory for those of you that haven't heard it. This was on Crime Time Buzz a couple days ago. It's her knock knock who's there's video. And I would like to put a credit across, but my banners won't pull up. And that's what I would need to do to give her credit. So Crime Time Buzz, my apology. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to take a video. It's still, or a picture rather. It's still thinking. It's still thinking. It will not pull them up. I don't know if you can see how it's the little circle in the middle. It will not. Can you see it's thinking? I don't think you can even see it on the screen. It's like this small little, there, it's thinking. I cannot get it to pull up. I don't know. StreamYard, not cool. So anyways, this is a video she did a couple of days ago. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't have TikTok. I'm going to have to start considering all this, Facebook and TikTok, just as an MMO and not a personal channel. Allegedly, Tammy was friends with Barbecue Lady. And I think somebody posted in the comments here that she did show proof. She seems like a great lady. Absolutely. That, hey, Ren, we just did Ladybird. I don't know if you saw it. Thanks for doing the YouTube-y things. Ladybird, we just did. So anyways, she pulled this up a few days ago, and this is a clip apparently from somebody that used to be friends with Barbecue Lady. We all know Barbecue Lady is part of the RICO lawsuits, one of the dark siders, in my opinion. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, for those of you that know, that this woman has sent this clip to the police. And there are claims, this is all why we're doing a reading to see, does this clip exist? Was it sent to law enforcement? And does the real clip, this is a clip of a clip. This is a hearsay clip. But I have a question about the hearsay clip because Granny's watching, seems to me, from what I know of her voice, is in the background saying it's not true, essentially. So, does it exist? Was it sent to law enforcement? And is there an actual clip of KP saying that, oh, there was another one, Ren? No way, because that's wild. You all heard me say 13. So wild, Ren. Go back and listen, because I said 13 bodies, and then I pulled up the article. I'm like, it says 12, and it was March. I think it's the same article I pulled up on. So how many bodies is it, 13 or 12? That might be the same one. If not, there's going to be a 13th. If there's only 12 to date, there will be a 13th soon. Anyways, back to where we're at now. This is why I can't do the chat at the same time, because I ADHD is too distracting. Anyway, so let's see, is the real video out there? And if it exists, what do you think it means, other than KP knows he was deliberately unalived, if it's true? And that's pretty damning, is it not? And what kind of a person would you have to be if this is true and you are barbecue lady? Why would you not send that to the police? What kind of people are these people on the other side? Okay, let's watch and see. Let's find out. We're going to pull the cards up. And then after we do this, we're going to pull up the next few interviews and pull cards on those.
Good morning, everyone.
This is Crime Time Buzz explaining to you what she has here. I'm not going to go back and find it. I don't have TikTok, so you're going to have to listen to her explain what I just explained to you.
Happy Saturday, happy April 20th, and happy Easter. I hope this finds you all well today. Thank you so much for joining me. And we have big news. I'm so glad it's being discussed. I've wanted to discuss this with you. Apparently, you may have heard, there is an audio recording allegedly of KP slipping and saying Sebastian was M'd. Shocking. We're going to listen to it. It is an explanation of what happened. And then after that, I'm going to show you on X one of the individuals involved who gives a further explanation for the context of the situation. But apparently what occurred is BBQ, barbecue lady, recorded KP at a lunch. Barbecue lady had a friend with her named Tammy. They've had a bit of a falling out apparently, and have been just one.
Hey, Mama Wolf, where did your wrench go? I did not remove your wrench. Where'd your wrench go?
Discussed this audio.
Okay. Do you not have a wrench?
This is not the actual audio of KP saying it. This is an audio of them discussing what KP said at the lunch that was recorded. After this, it's shocking. I ask you, what parent
thank you,
could use the M word? Think about it. That's a strong word. That's a strong word. After or before Sebastian was murdered. It's shocking. It's shocking. It's a slip, whatever it is. She says it allegedly, according to these people who are. I'm waiting to release the actual audio, but I did want you to know this is from a luncheon. That's what they're discussing. It occurred in Tennessee. It was recorded, and Katie apparently made a statement. I haven't, not since before Sebastian was murdered. Shocking, devastating, and what mother would say that? That shows so much knowledge. And I don't actually, that audio's out there. So I believe this is the game changer, my friends. If that is truly released there and given to law enforcement, please do so, because that's the game changer. That's knowledge. That's out of her mouth. That's a game changer. Let's listen to this video from TikTok, or from X. It came from TikTok. This is Lauren sharing it with us. Lauren from Facebook.
It's gone so many layers now. Sorry, y'all.
It looks like got it from TikTok, Crimes and Canines. It says, did Katie Proudfoot slip and say Sebastian? was murdered. Because that, my friends, was the conversation that is allegedly recorded. They were talking about Sebastian's godmother, and KP made a statement. You'll listen to it here, but along the lines of, I haven't seen her since before Sebastian was murdered.
I just want to add for those that just came in, I was not going to cover this because I don't want to spread false rumors until we actually hear, obviously, the audio itself where KP says this. That was allegedly the recording that was taken of the conversation. However, I noticed Bullhorn Betty talked about it yesterday, maybe. And since she's part of the green team, I decided I thought it was safe to bring it up. So
Shocking.
There we go.
Put the cuffs on. Games are over. Pick her up. Horrid choice of words when the rest of the nation is searching for Sebastian. Listen to it. And then after this, I will play for you the explanation from one of the individuals.
Again, my banners are not working, StreamYard. That's really not cool because my disclosure statement at the bottom. Everything is said here today is allegedly, in my opinion. You have to do your own research and facts and create your own opinions of the case. The same goes for anybody's comments in the chat. This is just their opinion, not the opinion of the channels. And definitely not a legal position, just a personal opinion.
And unfortunately, there have been no leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian. I still try to keep up with any updates in regards to the case. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama, but we're not covering that. We're covering something that was released on a live yesterday. And this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Somebody in the background is that barbecue lady. That sounds like Granny to me, and that sounds like barbecue's lady denying this, which is why I have questions, which is why we're going to pull up the cards.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words.
And for now, the question remains, where is Sebastian Lane Drake Rogers?
Let's listen to it again quickly. But I have questions because sounds like barbecue lady is making these claims and sounds like barbecue lady, Granny rather, is watching, in my opinion. Sounds like her voice. And what I interpret to be barbecue lady denying it.
Murdered. Shocking. Put the cuffs on. Games are over. Pick her up.
Yeah, if this is true,
Horrid.
I would agree.
Choice of words.
Not pick her up,
when
but
the
certainly
rest of the nation
KP should be
searching
questioned if
for
this
Sebastian.
is true.
Listen to it. And then after this, I will play for you the explanation from one of the individuals.
No, Dawn, I'm glad you came over to the right side. I know that voice. Thank you, honey. Thank you for validating and confirming. That was just, thank you for doing the like
no
keys.
leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian. I still try to keep up with any updates in regards to the case. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama, but we're not covering that. We're covering something that was released on a live yesterday. And this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, Does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that's
That's not Granny? Sounds like Granny to me.
Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Us locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, "Did you just hear murder?" And
I didn't.
we're like, "She just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words."
And for now, the question remains, where is Sebastian Lane Drake Rogers?
Okay. Let's ask the cards if this conversation literally happened. Let's get the screen up. My camera's being funny-duddy again. Come on. Come on, come on. Wherever you are, camera. Bear with me. You saw I just had it. This is what's been going on lately. Yours truly's technology. Okay, well, I might not be able to use this camera, and I know you like to watch the cards on the table. However, I'm going to try a couple more times, and if we can't get it to work, hallelujah. It's just something wrong with the cord, the adapter cord, I think. Okay. And if it all happened, why did Tammy wait? Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. Did this conversation happen? Did KP, yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Did this conversation happen? Say this. This kind of fell out sloppy. So let's see. Did KP, was this spoken? Did this say? Was this said? So some sort of collaboration. This is the collaboration card. Some sort of something that was hidden. This was a hidden meeting. Did this conversation happen? A hidden meeting or a hidden agenda? Not a happily ever after meeting, conversation. Did this conversation really happen? Yes or no? Did KP really say this? Did KP really say this? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Did KP say this? Yes or no? They're flipping. Okay, so this came sideways. Did KP really say this? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Cards are always so many reversals in this case. Did KP, was this conversation, did it really happen? Somebody didn't know it was coming, didn't know it was happening. Did KP know? Did KP say this? Yes or no? I could just pull the pendulum out. I need to know. I'm going to pull out a different deck here. These cards are just too full of energy these days. Okay. What did KP say at that lunch? Did KP use the word yes or no? Murdered. Murdered. Somebody's trying to find the evidence. Somebody's trying to find the evidence for that. Somebody's trying to find the evidence for that. Did KP say that? Yes or no? Did KP say that? Yes or no? There's a 5 of Cups. Did KP say that? Yes or no? Queen of Cups. Hidden. Somebody's trying to make a decision on what to do with Temperance. Said somebody tamper with evidence? Oh, hidden manipulator. I really don't know. Hidden manipulator. Did this conversation truly happen? This hidden life insurance. Did this conversation happen? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Life insurance. This is somebody's ticket to, I don't know. This is motive here. This is not life insurance, traditional life insurance. This is something else. We're going to get clarifiers on this. What the hang is going on? Faked death, new life. Well, interesting, because that's normally they come out together for what I was just saying it's not related to. Wow. Okay. I need to pause for a second, y'all. I need to pause for a second. What is going on here? Did this conversation happen? Yes or no? A secret meeting, a secret collaboration. This was secret meeting, secret collaboration, secret agenda. There was something here not talked about. I want to know, is this the meeting itself or is this something else? Oh, for darn sakes. Here it went again and unplugged. Hold on, y'all. Ugh. You know, I don't know what's going on today, but I feel like people are like, there's energy effing around with my live here. I'm just saying. Even though I've had camera issues before, just seems weird. Okay, well, we're going to go. There it is. Wow. Okay. Don't even remember where I was at. Was this a secret meeting or yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Is this Three of Pentacles in reverse, a secret meeting? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Is this a secret meeting? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? So that's going to be a yes. There's a secret meeting. And somebody pulled a trick. Somebody pulled a trick. Did somebody pull a trick during this secret meeting? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Did somebody pull a trick? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Yes. Is my name Bob? Did somebody pull something? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Thank you, Mama. Mama May, were you not a mod before, or am I just making that up? Yes or no? Okay. I gotta open the door because I'm getting hot in here now, which is what always happens. Okay, so somebody pulled the fast one here, but I'm not sure they didn't alter and temper with the audio. See that? I'm not sure. They didn't temper with the audio for bribery and blackmail purposes. Just saying. I'm just saying. Let's get some clarifiers. Did Katie really say yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego, that Sebastian was emmered? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Did KP really say that Sebastian was murdered? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Look how fast that pendulum's going. Wow. Is my name Bob? Did KP really use the words murdered, that Sebastian was emmered? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Yes, she did. Which means the jokester, this is what I was getting, the trickster, magician, hiding, was Barbecue Lady, did not tell KP. She was recording for blackmail. Is Barbecue Lady the person that we've been talking about that's been blackmailing the whole time? OMG. OMG. Is Barbecue Lady blackmailing CP and KP? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? That's a hard yes. Is my name Bob? Is barbecue lady allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, blackmailing CP and KP with that tape recording? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Or yes. Yes. I'm not sure. I think it's what I understand, Kim, is that Tammy released it, but barbecue has it and did the original taping. That's just what I'm getting. That's what I think is what I understand it to be. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But the cards, you know what? Wouldn't surprise me. This would not surprise me. Give me barbecue ladies energy. We're going to put these back in. Actually, no, because it's a different deck. Give me barbecue ladies energy. Hidden. Something hiding. She's hiding something from KP. That's KP. She's hidden something from KP. Yeah, sideways. She has totally turned things sideways over. This is young communication. This is, yeah. Okay. Barbecue ladies energy. Young kind of, this is a young analytical mind, a young immature person. Hid something from KP that totally took their family household sideways. Okay, took them for a loop. Barbecue lady, let's get her energy. And allegedly, in my opinion, 7 of Cups. They are scrambling now and do not know what direction to go in. They do not know what direction to go. This same energy, what direction to go in. This is very upsetting. This is extremely upsetting. Okay, so let's go now to, has this been submitted to LE? Has this been submitted to LE? Wow, wow, wow. If my interpretation of the cards is correct, this is pretty wild. This is pretty wild. And if this did happen, a barbecue lady probably would not have suspected Tammy to go and, because at the time they were friends and they've had a falling out apparently, she wouldn't have expected her to go and release this, would she have? Wow, 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 wow. That has been coming up, this blackmail, over and over again. Never in my life did I suspect that, although it's not shocking. So has this been turned over to the police? Those are 2 yeses, and successfully. Yes, somebody's hidden. The person handed it in. Yes, that's successful. Yes, that was handed in. That is evidence, Pentacle, and this is hidden communication. Yes, it has been handed in to the police. Okay, what are the police doing about it? What are the police doing about it? Do they believe it? How are they viewing this evidence? What are they doing with this evidence? Let's get some cards that don't just fall out. What are local LEs or police doing with this evidence? Wow, wow, wow. What are police doing with this evidence? This is changing the wheel. This is changing the fates of the case. This is changing the fates of the case. This is evidence. This is strong evidence. This is independent, strong evidence. Yeah, somebody doesn't, this is hidden. This is the hidden young energy, BBQ lady doesn't know yet that they have this evidence. If this is what I'm interpreting. Am I interpreting this correctly? Yes or no? Is this in my interpretation of the cards? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? I'm going to ask that, Margie. Is this my interpretation of the cards accurate? Yes or no, not to the benefit of the ego? And if you're not new here, or if you are new here, there's lots of times I interpret wrong and I go back and fix it. Is this interpretation accurate? Is my interpretation of these cards accurate? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? Yes. Is my name Bob? No. And look at how the pendulum is flying today, y'all. And in case you're not sure, this is how I'm holding it. Okay. Because I've had so many people come at me saying I'm moving the pendulum. No, I'm friggin' not. But it's hard to hold. When it's swinging that, it moves my fingers, not the other way around when it's swinging like that. Okay. So that's what we have. We have successfully evidence handed over, but in hiding, in secret, about somebody's young energy, childish energy, which is strong evidence, which is going to turn the case around. Wow. This is wild. Is this FBI that has this? Yes or no? Is this FBI? Yes or no? Yes. We got one devil, one no. 2 yeses. Okay, well, what do the FBI do with it? Because I don't know if they have jurisdiction right now, do they? Let's just get it again. Has this been handed over to the FBI? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego? It sounds like those flipped out of sloppiness. Let's go. Yes or no? Is this handed over to the FBI? This next one. Okay, so we got no now. Yes or no? Was this handed over to the local FBI, or just to the FBI? Yes or no? Hang on. Ignore the pendulum because these things are flying out today. They are flying out today. Was this handed over to the FBI? Yes or no? Not to the benefit of my ego. Because I was, okay, yes. Is my name Bob? No, because I was thinking local law enforcement, but was this handed over to local law enforcement? No. No. So the no was what, because that's why I wanted to do the pendulum, because sometimes I get ahead of myself. I am thinking of my next question before I say it, and the cards are responding. And so that's just a bad habit. I need to stop that because it's very confusing when you're watching. I know what I'm thinking in my head and the timing, but you all don't know. So it looks like the FBI have it. And yes, it is evidentiary, or very well could be. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so I don't know. Are there recording laws? It could be. It could be. I don't know. Does anybody know if there are recording laws? Crazy, crazy. Okay, so now let's go back into, we're going to watch. I'm not going to do cards on this interview because I feel like this is the more of the popular, well-known interviews, which was the actual second interview. We've only been through Dutch's interview. We did that in 2 readings, and we still did not do all the questions because it's a long 1-hour interview. And I just, we're moving on right now. We can go back at another date. But let's see. I'm going to just copy and paste it here. Make sure it's the right one that I've opened. And we're going to watch this one. This famous interview you will recognize as soon as I bring it up. And whoops, we're going to go through this one. We're just going to watch this one because we've all seen it before. And if you want, I can pull cards on it, but I kind of feel like watching the next couple and then doing cards just because I've done so many readings. I'm sure the questions you're going to ask on this have been asked and answered in the lives by me multiple times at this point. So let's just
finding a place to call home is an unfair.
Tonight, the parent of a missing teen in Sumner County described to us exclusively how they feel on day 8 of their son's disappearance. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Marius Payton.
And I'm Lauren Lowry. Sebastian.Rogers.
Thank you, Truth Seeker.
He was last seen by his parents on February 25th in Hendersonville. Sebastian has autism, and he's gone without his medication this whole time. And since then, authorities have searched by air, by foot, and on horseback.
Helicopters, drones, and dive teams have also been brought in to try to find him. Today, his parents spoke exclusively to our Holly Thompson.
She's live tonight in Sumner County. Holly, I imagine it was quite an emotional interview.
Certainly was. It is hard for any of us to imagine the emotions that this family is going through right now. But we know one thing is certain. They remain positive. They are holding on to hope that their son Sebastian will return home safely.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. This is the second interview done. If you didn't see it last week, we did interview
several
one.
times in our interview, but says her hope is strong that her son Sebastian will be found safe and return home.
He's going to walk through that door, and this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
Stepdad Chris says it's been an emotional roller coaster that all started Sunday night, February 25th.
Pretty normal. He was playing in his room.
Thank you, sweetie.
Then I
Thank
told him
you.
to go to
Thank
bed.
you. It's 124 of you. If everybody else could do the likes, it would help get this case out here. If you're following Sebastian Rogers, you'd like to see him come home, the best thing you could do is like the video, please. 50% of you that watch me on a regular basis don't even subscribe. It's free. There's no harassment involved. I cannot track who you are. There's really nothing to risk by liking and subscribing, please, to the channel. Let's get this out there for Sebastian's sake. Let's make this video go viral, and by liking and sharing, please, for those that are watching.
She went to wake up Sebastian.
It's
around 6
free
a.m.
after
Monday
all.
for school, and he was gone. Within minutes, Katie says she was on the phone with Chris, who was working out of town, and they quickly called 911.
And he's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means.
Katie and Chris say Sebastian is not on social media. While he loves to play Minecraft, they tell me he does not have any online capabilities. I asked if there was any reason he might want to leave.
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
It's as if Sebastian vanished. No sign of him on any video throughout the community. Thousands of miles logged by law enforcement, canines, helicopters, even dive teams, and no sign of him. Chris and Katie tell me they've been harassed, people pointing fingers at them.
You're not in this situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts.
Are you
really?
in the clear?
I can
Okay.
tell you that
Coming from the man who's changed the facts of the case more times than people change their underwear, I find that quite ironic. Just stick to the facts. CP. Just stick to the facts.
Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
That we love you so much and we want you to come home and you're not in trouble.
Now, Katie did tell me that even though Sebastian does have autism, he is a smart teenager. He is highly functional. They say if you see him, say his name, say Sebastian, and he'll respond. He'll at least acknowledge you. And I can tell you, this is my home. This is my community. And the people here are strong. They say they will continue to search. They will continue to hope and continue to pray for Sebastian's safe return. And by the way, you can watch my full exclusive interview with Sebastian's parents on our WSMV4 app. Live here in Hendersonville, Holly.
Okay, let's go. Somebody sent me asking me just the facts, Jack. Somebody sent me an email asking for me to watch Dog. Did Dog do a live recently? Let's listen to this first. It's a really short one. let's just listen to this first. We're just going to watch a few, and then I'm going to pull cards here. And then maybe we'll pull up that if dog did a live, because apparently he did a live. According to this email, I can't check. I don't know if anybody else can check. Okay, this is the interview 2 from Seth. Let's just listen to this. It's only 6 minutes long. We're going to watch one more after this, and then I'm going to see if we watch dogs, and then we'll pull cards. Hang on. It's muted.
If you could just first, I mean, as his father, tell me a little bit about your son.
He's got a big heart. He's loving. You know, he's inquisitive. He can be stubborn at times. He loves to play video games. He loves it.
Okay. I said earlier, for those that are coming in the chat, I'm going to take all of the questions at the end. I'm not going back through the stream to find them. So please reserve your questions. I'm going to start this over now. Please reserve your questions. And till the end of when we're ready to take cards and ask questions. Starting over. Keeps muting. God, this technology today.
He's got a big heart.
Bit about your son.
He's got a big heart. He's loving. You know, he's inquisitive. He can be stubborn at times. He loves to play video games. He loves animals. I mean, he thoroughly loves animals. He likes plants. He likes to, you know, grow things. He likes to take care of things. He loves his video games. Boy, the kid loves his video games.
What has the last week been like for you as a father?
My heart is missing somewhere out here, and I'm just trying to find him. Yeah, I don't know where he's at. I can't find him.
And when was the last time you got to see Sebastian?
Last time he was at my house. So I was supposed to have him last weekend, and it would have been 2 weekends prior. He was at my house, and I got to see him. We got to play video games, watch TV. Had a great weekend.
And I mean, obviously, it seems like, what has it been like working with law enforcement? Have they been great, you know, trying to help you with this search?
They're definitely doing everything that they can to find my son, and I thoroughly appreciate it. And I hope that they find him every day. I'm waking up hoping that they find him.
And obviously, so he's autistic. Are there any like tendencies that he may have? Like, does he like hanging out like in the trees or by water that could maybe help people find him?
He does like creeks. I mean, he loves to go fishing with me. But if he's in the city limits, he's, you know, video games. He'd probably be, you know, maybe an arcade or something.
Okay. And has he ever done something like this before? Just leave the house for a short period of time or anything like that?
No worries, Kylie. They all candy. No worries, sweetie.
And I mean, how much sleep have you lost over this last week? Walk me through kind of what that experience has been.
I haven't had very much sleep at all. I mean, coffee and energy drinks is my main diet has been.
Yeah. And I know you said you were out there searching. Are there any particular places that you're looking that you think he might be at?
I'm looking everywhere. I'm not from this area, so I don't know it. So I'm just everywhere. I keep telling people, keep your head up and your eyes open. If you see him, call 911. If my son hears my voice, buddy, you need to get a phone and call 911.
Definitely. And you live in Clarksville, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you've been out here in the Hendersonville area just searching for him the last week?
Every day.
And I guess, are you in close contact with his mother and stepfather about the situation?
Not really. I mean, we're in communication.
So this interview was, I'm going to give you the dates, okay, y'all? Forgot to give you the dates. Apparently, this was the same day as the other one, according to the person that created the spreadsheet, which was March 4th, 2024. We're almost done this. We've got 2 more minutes on this one in 20 seconds. There's a 1 minute, and then I'm going to go to the person that sent me because I do want to hear this, because this is an interesting video that somebody just sent me. So kind of going back on my own words about not bombarding me a gazillion things, unless it's really new news, which this appears to be potentially. I haven't watched it, so we'll have to decide together if it's legitimate. But we're going to watch this 1 minute video and then that 25-minute video, and then we're going to pull cards. Every time I mute, stop it, it mutes. So bizarre.
Yeah. And I know, like, obviously with social media, it's tough because as a parent, you just want your kid home. But there's been a lot of like speculation too about possible like criminal investigations. I mean, what's kind of your reaction to all of that chatter on social media?
I don't have social media now.
Okay. But just hearing people kind of speculate about that in the community, I guess, how does that make you feel?
I think they need to, instead of being keyboard warriors, they need to put feet on the ground and start looking for my son. If they really want to help, that's what they should be doing instead of coming up with their own opinion. How about get out there and we find my son?
And how much does your son Sebastian mean to you?
He's my life.
It's very heartbreaking.
Do you have any other kids?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And I guess, is there, anything you want to say? I don't know how well you know the stepfather or the mother, but is there anything you'd like to say about that and that situation and how he just kind of disappeared from the house?
I have nothing to say about that.
Okay. And if you could say something to Sebastian right now, what would you say?
If you are hearing this, son, you need to tell people who you are and tell them to call 911 for you. You need to tell people that you are Sebastian Rogers and that you need them to call 911.
And anything you'd like to tell him about returning home?
I miss you, buddy.
Oh, Seth is so sad.
I'm waiting. I want to hear from you.
It's heartbreaking.
All right.
Call 911 so we can find you, man. Come on, son.
It's heartbreaking. Wow, that is gut-wrenching to hear, eh? That is hard to hear. And I don't know, is that new for you? I had not heard that one. That's just an interview over the phone or a radio. I had not heard that one before. The next one apparently is, according to the person that created this, posted March 5th, 2024. We're on interview, what's this, 3 or 4 now? So, yeah, this is 5. Let's listen to this. That one was gut-wrenching. That's very, very hard to hear. Now, poor Seth had no idea he was going to get thrown into the YouTube worlds. Hey, I'm sure he had no idea he was going to get thrown into the YouTube worlds. Okay, this one's short. We're going to listen to this one. And then we're going to play this other one that was just sent to me and see if this is why Dog's not doing anything publicly right now.
Well, 10 days have now passed.
After this.
Still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. The teen's mother and stepfather say he just walked out of their Sumner County home and vanished.
Yesterday, we heard from them for the first time, pleading for their boy to come home. Our Nick Barris also interviewed his biological father.
Somebody has you, son. Run. You know, run to the next person you meet. Ask to use their phone and call 911. Tell them who you are. Let them find you.
Authorities announced yesterday their search efforts have been scaled back. The parents have not been named as suspects, and we are told they are cooperating with this investigation. Originally, police told neighbors in the Shackle Island area to check any doorbell or home security footage from late last Sunday night to early Monday morning when Sebastian reportedly disappeared. Now they are asking neighbors to check footage from earlier on Sunday. Here's another look at the photos we have of Sebastian. If you see him, if you know anything about this, you are asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Wow. Okay. So now we're going to go to this one. I just pulled it up. I don't know. I have not heard it before. I have not heard of this channel before. I was just asked to listen to this, as it might be an explanation as to why Dog is not coming out saying anything publicly right now. This is a gentleman I've never heard of before, Subaru Steve. He says his stream was 3 hours ago. Warrants in process. BS rewards, and quoted saying yes. So I don't know what this is about. I don't know who he is. Let's just read about him first. Let me just pull this up. This is about Steve. Going to go live on YouTube every day for the rest of my life. Okay. Good job, Steve. I like the goal. Okay, so let's just see what he has to say. I'm going to shut her down if it's nonsense. Just warning you now. I've not heard it. I'm not claiming it to be factual.
Work on this. Oh, my goodness. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Here we go. No fancy music, no fancy graphics. I am talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, the missing autistic teen out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. The last person to see him alive, as many of you know, was his mother, Katie Proudfoot. And Tuesdays, I do what I call the shocking truth, which is what this is about. And interestingly enough, today is Tuesday, April 22nd. And this is the shocking truth as I see it today.
Thank you, sweetie.
Talking about any pending arrest warrants awaiting final review before the judge signs them versus quotes from, ready for this, quotes from Seth Rogers, Katie Proudfoot, Steve Fisher, Chris Proudfoot, Dwayne Chapman, Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock. Yeah, Steve Jobs. Yes, I said Steve Jobs. I got a quote from him too in here. And yes, even Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers himself. Plus, why you'll never be able to receive any of the $847 billion reward.
I know,
You're not going to be able to get it, folks. The $50,000 reward, I've been saying all along, the FBI is good for that. The rest of this reward money, let's just say under pending investigation, right? But we've got a lot of stuff here to talk about. I think you're going to find this interesting. At least I hope you do. I did spend a little bit of time on this today. And again, I think it's all about bringing awareness to the Sebastian Rogers case, right? The more we talk about it, the more we keep rehashing the same old stuff. In fact, I got a quote from Steve Fisher in here that you'll find interesting. The more we see stuff, the more we see stuff, right? So
yes. And in hindsight, it's so much more clear, isn't it? Y'all, thank you for doing the YouTube things. We have 127 of you on here and 91 of you have liked. Please go ahead and like if you have not already. I would really appreciate you helping a girl out. And again, we want to get this Sebastian Rogers face out there. According to both Seth and CP, there are still people in Hendersonville who live in that town that have not heard that Sebastian's gone missing. So please do Sebastian, his dad Seth, for the love of God, please do the likey things. It's free.
Let's begin. First, let's begin with, are there arrest warrants sitting on a judge's desk?
Hello, my dear.
Or computer that as I speak, now after 12
Thank
noon,
you.
are about to be signed for certain individuals in connection with the kidnapping of Sebastian Rogers. You know, I thought about that.
I got to go back to what he's saying here. This is crazy.
Even Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers himself. Tuesday, April 22nd, and this is the shocking truth as I see it today. Talking about any pending arrest warrants awaiting final review before the judge signs them versus
what? Okay, we got to pull. Is this true? Is this true? Thank you, Cam. Thank you, sweetie, for doing the likey things. There's still 9 plus 23, 32 of you that are watching that have not done the likey things. Please do the likey things. Okay. Is this true? Y'all, are there arrest warrants waiting to be signed? Where did he get this? We're going to keep watching this. Yes, hit the like a boss. Let's get this out here. Are there arrest warrants? I don't know where he got this. We're going to keep listening. Is he speaking hypothetical? Are there arrest warrants? Yes or no? Waiting to be signed. I mean, cards are flying all over the place here. Is this factual? Looks like it might be something. Whether he's talking about this or something else is going on, it looks like there's something going on here, boys and girls. Looks like something legitimately going on.
Quotes from.
Let's hear.
Ready
Keep
for this.
listening.
Quotes from Seth Rogers, Katie Proudfoot, Steve Fisher, Chris Proudfoot, Dwayne Chapman, Sumner County Sheriff. The judge signs them as the shocking truth as I see it today. Talking about any pending arrest warrants awaiting final review before the judge signs them. Versus quotes from, ready for this, quotes from Seth Rogers, Katie Proudfoot, Steve Fisher, Chris Proudfoot, Dwayne Chapman, Sumner County Sheriff Eric Craddock. Yeah, Steve Jobs. Yes, I said Steve Jobs. I got a quote from him too in here. And yes, even Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers himself.
No
Plus,
kidding. Let's see. I don't know if
you'll
it's true or not. Let's wait
never be
and
able to
see.
receive any of the $847 million reward. You're not going to be able to get it, folks. The $50,000 reward, I've been saying all along, the FBI is good for that.
And this is true, y'all. And that does not mean I'm anti-Seth. It does not mean I'm anti-dog. I talked about this way back when they first came out. I took that off my live and reformatted it to, well, recategorized it rather for private because I got torn apart. How dare I? You will not collect dog's reward. It's just written in that way that it's just not collectible, in my opinion. That does not mean I'm anti-dog. It just means that's probably not going to happen. Like I said, I reported on this a long time ago.
The rest of this reward money, let's just say under pending investigation, right? But we've got a lot of stuff here to talk about. I think you're going to find this interesting. At least I hope you do. I did spend a little bit of time on this today. And again, I think it's all about bringing awareness to the Sebastian Rogers case, right? The more we talk about it, the more we keep rehashing the same old stuff. In fact, I got a quote from Steve Fisher in here that you'll find interesting. The more we see stuff, the more we see stuff, right? So let's do this. Let's begin. First, let's begin with, are there arrest warrants sitting on a judge's desk or computer that as I speak now after 12 noon are about to be signed for certain individuals in connection with the kidnapping of Sebastian Rogers? You know, I thought about that too as I typed it. Is this a case of kidnapping? It is. It absolutely is kidnapping. Yeah, no evidence? Well, where's the evidence that it wasn't kidnapping, right? Stick with me on this. I think you will. I hope you will. But perhaps a relative, a close friend, or one of those directly involved in this ever-growing case, and now realizing that they indirectly are now directly involved. Yeah, and they will face jail time for sure, as all the evidence is reviewed and revealed, right? Because in the end, we all will know. Second, what are those associated with this case saying? What can I quote them as saying from what I've heard them say here online, right? My first quote comes from Sheriff Craddock, Sheriff Eric Craddock, Sumner County Sheriff.
Again, I've never watched this guy before. A couple of you say you have. His channel is Subaru Steve. This was a live he did 4 hours ago. I have not listened to it in its entirety yet. I was asked to listen to it. Now we're listening to it together. I'm not substantiating yet anything he is saying or not saying.
I was listening to a
other than
interview
something's going on
local
behind the
news Channel
scenes.
5, a segment where I heard Sumner County Sheriff Craddock state, in no uncertain terms and very factually, I quote, "We have not cleared anyone." Maybe I should put more emphasis on the middle word there. We have not cleared anyone. Nobody's been cleared, right? And further stating, there are parts of this investigation that cannot be revealed at this time. I get it. The case is open. The case is being investigated. There are parts that cannot be closed at this time. And they have not cleared anyone. Chris, Katie, Seth, Tony, Bozo, they've not cleared anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I could have
Yes.
sworn I thought
You're
just
welcome,
recently,
honey.
I heard Chris Proudfoot maybe a couple months ago say on
Yes.
several occasions too.
Let's
that he
wait
and
and hear.
Katie-
We'll figure it
Katie
out.
were cleared. Now there's a lie right there. I would like to ask Sheriff Craddock, why don't you pick up Chris and Katie and ask them to define why they think they're cleared if they're not, right? They're providing false information to the public, if that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Fittingly, my next quote comes from the almighty, all-knowing Christopher J. Proudfoot himself, who said, when asked, oh, this got me good too. When asked if, it's a yes or no question, when asked if he feels someone knows something, simple question, simple yes or no. If you feel someone knows something, he seemed to struggle with his reply. You know what he said? It's hard to say. What are you hiding? What do you mean it's hard to say? Let me ask you again. Do you feel someone knows something? At the very least, Sebastian knows something, right? So why couldn't you just say yes? Instead, oh, it's hard to say. What are you hiding, right? Why is it hard to say? It's a simple yes or no question, Mr. Proudfoot. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that you are a man? Yes or no, or is it hard to say? Jeez. And as for being a man, I am led to a quote by Mr. Seth Rogers, Sebastian's biological father, who I watched and heard him say to Chris Proudfoot in no uncertain terms. I'm trying to think how I want to say this.
My man,
Say it like
my
a rodent.
son's a bigger
Chris,
man than
you are
you.
a little fish in biatch.
Oh,
okay. Those of you who have seen that knows what he's calling him there. He called him out. You're a little fish in biatch. And also he said to Chris, Sebastian was a bigger man than you were,
yes,
Chris.
sir.
Bigger than
That's
you'll
what I
ever
thought he
be.
was going to say.
Says the big man to the short man, right? Right? As well as stating on Nancy Grace about a year ago that on multiple occasions, how many of us have forgotten or remembered this? On multiple occasions, Sebastian told Seth that he did not want to go back there. You know what? Multiple occasions? That's a cry for help. And Seth, I mean, you know, disrespect. I would have thought, like I heard you say, maybe he had more freedom at the Seth Rogers home than he did in the Proudfoot home. I think that's certainly
Sounds like his sense of humor.
But
yes,
you know,
Jasper,
I
sweetie,
don't
it
know. I
did.
don't know what
Yes.
any of us can say we would have done or would do in that situation until we're in it, right? Seth also stated he's praying he's alive and that people will call law enforcement. Wow, you know what? That sounds like a real dad to me. Not like one who's saying, what the hell are y'all doing? Get out of here. Stop looking for my son, says the stepfather. Or does he, right? And talking about the stepfather, let's quote the Proudfoot private eye, Mr. Steve Fisher. This one got me good. He said, now I'm quoting him now. He stated that he had reviewed about 100 hours of video. It took 3 passes to catch the flashlight.
Ooh.
100 hours of video. And the third time, all they caught was the flashlight. Did you stop there? I wonder, what about the 4th pass, the 5th pass? How many passes will you go through if it took you 3 to find one little flashlight? Certainly those videos needed 100 hours worth. They need to be scrutinized. And why not let the internet, the web sleuths do it? Why, imagine what the combined pool of shared knowledge with our eyes will see on the first pass alone. Sorry, it just got me a little anxious here. What else have you missed, Mr. Fisher or your team? And why not release all those videos to the internet where we might find things that you missed? And if it helps to find Sebastian, why not? I guess I should quote Katie Proudfoot now. Here's a few quotes that caught my ears. I heard her say that she wants to raise awareness, not just for Sebastian, but for all missing children. Did you hear that? The way I heard it. Try that again. Wants to raise awareness, not just for Sebastian, but for all missing children. I don't think I would be saying that of all the missing kids if mine were missing. I'm sorry. Call me a parent, but my kid comes first. Now, if we find my child and we don't find him in a good state, well, then at that point, I'm speaking globally. Sounds like she's found closure to me. Not just for Sebastian, but for all missing children. That's just a whacked out comment. And on a recent, further stating if he comes home and not when. She says that occasionally, you heard that. But on a recent Jen Coffendaffer interview, when she was asked what she would do if Sebastian walked in the door. Katie, and I quote, stated the following: if he walked into the door, she didn't say it like that, but she did say the words. If he walked into the door, I would bulldoze him over.
down. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Have I ever said I would bulldoze somebody over? No. Maybe playing football. I don't even know if I would have used bulldozed. I don't know. It's just a weird statement to say. And then in the same interview, I don't know, I think these are Freudian slips. Following, if he walked in the door, I would bulldoze him over. Later saying, we're going to keep digging, right? We're going to find out what happened. We're going to leave no stone unturned.
Mm-hmm. I saw
her
something.
choice words.
Yeah.
Bulldoze, digging, no stone unturned. Almost sounds like something a crane operator might say. Makes me wonder, has she heard these phrases so much now over the last 13, 14, 15 months that she's now subconsciously parroting them back to the world, to all of us? Yeah, we got to keep the pressure on, folks. The pressure is doing stuff. You know, everybody's combined effort, combined pool of knowledge is making stuff happen. Oh, let's not forget about quoting Mr. Dwayne Chapman, aka the dog. And I think the old dog I'm an old dog, so I can call other old dogs old dogs. It's time for the old dog to enjoy his life a little more. I'm sorry, the more I learn about this man, the less I'm thrilled that he is involved. There, I said it. Heavily relying so much on his lawyer, Mr. Joe, because as Dwayne stated, I appreciate you having us on the show, and I'm glad my lawyer's there because sometimes I stick my foot in my mouth. Then to Chris Proudfoot, he said this: Chris Proudfoot was threatening all kinds of people, and they should go hunting. Why are they here? Then tagging the Proudfoot says the Proudfoot and their cronies. And then the same thing I heard him mumbling about the Tennessee Bureau of the TBI, as if he'd never heard of it before. I didn't type this in my notes, but it's still ringing in my ears. Wasn't Dog the same guy in the very beginning that kept calling Seth Sean? I mean, a lot. Shows how much attention the old dog's paying. Though I wonder about having someone on a case that, as he said, sometimes sticks his foot in his mouth versus a trained professional who does not. There, I said it. I was glad to hear him say people should call the FBI because they will find Sebastian and what happened to him. This got me excited. I got to put the paper down for a second. You see, we keep hearing about Dog and At Night and One World Media and all these things, but they just came about in the last 3 months, 4 months in this case.
I think it's longer than that. I don't agree with this now. I do support Dog being in the case and on the case. I've said that repeatedly. I am not playing this because I even know what he's about to say next for the next 10 minutes because I'm watching this for the first time with all of you. It's Subaru Steve. I'm just learning about his channel because I guess it was you, 99 Sunflowers True Crime, that he sent me that email earlier. I don't normally pull up emails like this, but the quotes, or this title rather, warrants in process. I just want to know, is this factual or is this just in his opinion? Because he hasn't, even though he stated at the beginning of this stream that he just did a few hours ago, he did not state whether that was factual or his assumptions. So we're going to pull cards after we listen to the next 10 minutes.
Quoting Dwayne Chapman 6 months ago when he himself said, don't call my tip line. Don't call. He didn't say that. He didn't tell you to call his tip line. He said you should call the FBI because they will find Sebastian and what happened to him. Period. End of story. That's where it should have stopped. Now we got a bogus reward, $447,000. I don't know, $850 million, billion. Who knows? But I can tell you right now, if you stick and listen to this, you're going to find out that nobody's getting any of that.
I already said this.
Of course, that was about 6 months ago before At Night, and as Dwayne said, and their cronies was on the scene from the United Kingdom via the 85th floor. I just had somebody reach out to me and say they're not on the 85th floor. I knew that. I knew they're not on the 85th floor, but I think it's on Facebook. I can go back and find it if you want me to. Just tell me in the comments.
Okay, I'm not going to watch any more of this because he's just going into dog bashing, and I don't want to do that. I'm not going into dog bashing. I've already said we don't do trauma or crama rather on this channel. I'm happy to, so I've taken it off. I'm happy to state something that I saw once, but I'm not, going over it over and over again. Just because I don't agree with what they've, I mean, I agree rather that there's no reward happening. Does not mean I don't agree with that fact that they bring a lot of help to Seth. They bring a lot of knowledge and publicity and views on this case that we wouldn't necessarily have otherwise. So I'm not going to trash that. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm not doing this for the reward, and I don't think most people who are invested in this case truly expect or care to get a reward. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I want to know, we're going to pull out. I want to know, though, is because he's just got types notes. I thought when I read that title, that's a pretty alarming title unless you got receipts. You got to have some receipts when you pull up a title like that. Yeah, it sounds like these are assumptions, and that's very scary. And that's why I don't like doing what we just did. I took, Sunflowers, because he's been around for a while, advice because of his title. But there's no receipts to this. You can't just say SHIT. There, my camera's gone again because my hands are shaking the table. That's how wonderful my camera is these days. Sorry, y'all. Let me work with it. Okay. You can't just pull things like that and say those. He did state in the beginning, as I see it. Okay, thank you. I didn't hear that. But his title sounds like he said by noon today. So it sounded like there's a lot of leading things there. And I'm not disparaging him. He's very funny. I just don't know him. So let's just see. Is there any truth to any of this? What is going on with local law enforcement? Are arrest warrants being looked at? Yes or no, not to the benefit of our ego. Is something going on with respect to this case in the background? What's going on in the background with local law enforcement? With law enforcement, I'm not going to say local. Let's reshift that spirit. What is going on to the benefit of, please show me the truth with the cards as clearly as possible, not to the benefit of my ego. What is going on with law enforcement in this case? Are there arrest warrants being looked at? Yes or no? There's a lot of stress that's going on over. This is KP. KP is very stressed out right now. Feels trapped. KP feels trapped. What's going on? Four Swords. Keeping low profile over something that happened with young Sebastian. Yes, she is stressed out. We know that. What is going on with arrest warrants? What is going on with local law enforcement? Relief. What is going on with local law enforcement? What is going on with this case? Something that can't be released. Some evidence that cannot be released. Okay, well, that's interesting. That makes a lot of sense. Evidence that cannot be released. What is going on with law enforcement with this case? Okay, so this is sideways. So it's not, this case is not dead yet. Some sort of cheating affair. What is going on with local law enforcement with this case? Evidence that cannot be released. OMG. OMG. No way. What is going on with local law enforcement? Hidden embezzlement. Something secret. What is going on with local law enforcement? Man-made disaster, unavoidable. What is going on? Trapped. Lies. Wow. Somebody's out to lunch with the things they're saying. Somebody's out of lunch. This false flag. I don't know. Let's see. Let's pull a pendulum. Are arrest warrants being signed as we speak? April 22nd, 2025. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Are arrest warrants being signed? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Wow. Is my name Bob? Are the police ready to make arrest? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. The pendulum's saying yes, but I don't believe it. I just, the pendulum's saying yes. And I don't know if I don't want to believe it because I don't want to get my hopes up, but that's what the pendulum's saying. So we're going to do a few more cards because I don't want to get my hopes up. What is going on behind the scenes in this case? Backstabbing and betrayal, hidden. We know that. Where are the police at with this case? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Where are police at with this case? I'm going to pull this deck out. Where are police at with this case? Sorry, I just had to come on camera because I wanted to just be clear. Fraud, cybercrime. Where are police at with this case? Somebody got caught lying. Somebody got caught lying regarding camera, data, evidence. That's the story. Their story's collapsed. Their story has collapsed. Wow. The story has collapsed. They got caught lying. Mental health issues. Okay. Something to do with a friend. Somebody's friend submitted something, in my opinion. Okay, everybody. Let's see if this is actually true, because if it's true, again, I don't claim something to be factual normally just based on the first reading, but it certainly would seem that something's about to break if the cards are correct today. So I'm going to pull a couple questions. That in itself is crime at barbecue. Yeah, no, I get it. Is anything to do with the funds for the blip boards? What do you mean, Truth Seeker? I'm going to pull a couple questions. I'm not going to stay on much longer. It's 2 hours in. I'm going to pull a few questions. This is going to be the new format. I'm not going backwards through all the questions. It's too distracting for me. I want to have a clear channel. So if you have any questions, I'll take them now. If not, we'll end the live. But I don't understand the question, sweetie. Anything to do with the funds for blip boards? I don't know what that means, Truth Seeker. Okay, is blackmailing KP how barbecue gets 25 for her RICO attorney? Is blackmailing KP how barbecue gets 25K for her RICO attorney? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Yes or no? No. 3 no's. No. No. Okay, everybody. There's 142 of you here. Talk to me in the chat. What do you think is going on? Do you believe? Just what do you sense? Is there about to be a break in this case? Is this why Dog is not going live? I don't think so. I don't think Dog's ever gone live. I don't think this is why Dog's not talking, because Dog has not talked for a very long time. Can you please ask if Sebastian is in the retention pond? I have asked this 1,000 times, Kyle's Nail Candy. Near Danny's house in Portland, Tennessee. Is Sebastian Rogers in Portland, Tennessee? Okay, where's your question? Sebastian and the retention pond. See, those are two questions. So is he in the retention pond? No. I've asked that 1,000 times. It comes up no every freaking time. Or is he near the lake near Danny's house in Portland, Tennessee? I'm going to do that one again because it fell out. Is he near the lake near Danny's house in Portland, Tennessee? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. That's 2 yeses. We just got last week that he's been moved. Let me ask that again. Has Sebastian Rogers been moved recently? Because I'm going to ask that again. Has Sebastian Rogers been moved recently? I got to stop talking. Has Sebastian Rogers been moved recently? Yes. Yes, he has. Because that would tell me he's alive. You cannot move a body that's decayed. Sebastian Rogers been moved multiple times. Yes or no? Has Sebastian Rogers been moved several times? Let me just see if I can. Has Sebastian Rogers been moved several times? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. That one came out sideways, but those 2 yeses, those 3 yeses. Yes, he has been moved, which means he's still alive, in my opinion. How do you take a body that's, unless he's in a box or a bag, but that's just gross. Who does that? You know, who does that? Okay. Yes, Krista, I know, sweetie. I'm trying to be positive. This is what came out. Somebody won't be independent on their own anymore. Somebody's not going to be independent anymore alone. The devil, somebody called justice, is catching up with the devil. Huh. What else do we need to know about this case? What else do we need to know right now? What's going on with local law enforcement? What is going on with law enforcement in this case? Are arrests about to be made? Low vibration, military operation, disposing of evidence. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Blockers. Somebody with a military background. Is Seth involved? I think, Kitty, you wanted to know. Has Sebastian been hidden by Seth's family at all? Do a yes or no with the pendulum. Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Seth's family at all? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. No. Is my name Leanne? Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Seth's family? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. No. Does Seth Rogers know where Sebastian is? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. No. Seth Rogers does not know. Sorry, my hand is hurting because I'm holding up my elbow. Okay. Yeah, sweetie, I'm talking about you, 99. Your email that I got was I normally wouldn't take those emails and look at something, but but you sent it and asked me to look at it. And then I looked at the title and said I would look at it. I think that's the one that, I don't know if it was you. I'm guessing because of your comment in the chat, because your name was different. Will there be arrests soon? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Wow, look at it picking up. Will there be arrests soon? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Is my name Bob? Will there be arrests soon? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Slowing down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's very interesting. Wow. Have I had that before in a yes? I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Interesting. Well, let's see. Let's see. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Tracy says, you're welcome. Will there be arrests soon? Okay. In a spirit session, Sebastian said they met after police. Who was he talking about? They met after police. I don't know how to do that, honey, because I'd have to have, in order to do those kind of questions, I'd have to have a long list of people to go through with the pendulum, yes or no, yes or no. So I can't really go. That's just not a possible question I can ask right now, sweetie. Has Sebastian been hidden by anyone in Sock's family? Okay, let's go back to that. Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Sock's family? Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Sock's family? That's a no. This one came out sideways, so I'm going to pull it back in. Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Sock's family? Yes. Can ask again. That's a yes. Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Sock's family? That's a yes. Has Sebastian been hidden by anybody in Sock's family? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. Okay, the cards are just trying to come out too fast. So I got to slow the energy down. Sebastian been hidden by anybody in the Sock family? Okay, now we got no. Now we got no. Sebastian been hidden by anybody in the Sox family? Yes or no, not to the benefit of my ego. No. No, that's very interesting. Has Sebastian by hidden by anybody in KP's family? Those are yeses. Those are yeses. Yes. Those are yeses. Oh, there was a fourth one there. Yes. KP's family. Sebastian hidden by KP's family. Sebastian hidden by KP's family. Yes or no? I mean, these cards are just, that's yes. Yes. It's KP's family. Okay. Could it be both families? Sebastian hidden by both families. Yes. They both partaken to a certain extent, both families, both people. Now, those are such broad questions. I want you to understand why questions matter. Anybody in the family is CPKP themselves. That's why we're getting a yes on both, right? That's what I'm saying. The questions matter. Sometimes the cards are answering much more literally than the question you've posed, right? So does Sebastian even know? Does Sebastian? Yes, I would agree. Does Sebastian even know? If Sebastian's hidden, does he even realize it? That's a great question. If Sebastian is hidden, does he realize it? Yes or no? I can't keep going with these cards like this. There are, yes, he does. Fighting and arguing that he overheard. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. You know, like, I don't even know what's going on with TL. That's a whole other conversation. I don't follow her. I've unsubbed. I've blocked her. I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with any of the shenanigans. Nothing to do with the shenanigans. If you're a shenanigan, go elsewhere. Love and light only here. Finding the truth only here. Cards and discussions only. I will see you all tomorrow. I don't know if it's 4 or 5. It went early today. Love and light. Have a good night. That's all I have to say. Please let's not forget. This is about Sebastian Rogers. This is about Sebastian Rogers, who needs to be found and brought home. Oh, doing what she did is like walking into someone's house and demanding a person give free room. Yeah, it's just, it's wild. Like, it's absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Like, have I turned mad and angry? Yeah, in some cases I am mad and angry. I'm called a human. Like, it's called human. I am mad and angry because of people like her who deflect from the case at hand, from the facts at hand, with all the trauma and the drama. So, sorry, y'all, but I am sick and tired, and I'm not tolerating it on my channel. I am not tolerating this on my channel. Be warned, for anybody trolling from the sidelines. Try it. Come at me. You're going to get the same thing. Ain't tolerating it. Love and light. Have a good night.